Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today I will be sharing with you the best free credit cards that you can obtain in Spain. When I say free, I'm referring to the act of having the credit card itself, as many banks and other companies charge you a maintenance fee yearly just to be able to have the credit card even if you end up not using it. These maintenance fees usually range between 40 to 100 euros per year. And then of course, if you want to make use of the credit card and actually, postpone payments and so on, you will still need to pay the applicable fees, but at least this maintenance fee within the banks and companies that I will be mentioning in this video is for free. The default card in banks or other fintech companies in Spain is usually the debit card, and getting a credit card is usually a bit more tricky. As examples, Revolut or N26, two very good banks/fintech companies that provide low-cost or free accounts, don't offer credit cards in Spain. In fact, I am making this video because some of you requested it in comments of previous videos, and chances are that if you are watching this video, you are struggling to find free credit card accounts in Spain. But don't worry, I have you covered. Before I continue, I just want to make very clear that in this video I won't be explaining the differences between a debit and a credit card, as I assume you already know this. With that clarified though, why do I personally use credit cards in Spain as a Spanish citizen? My main use is to pay abroad whenever companies don't accept payments with debit cards. For instance, when renting a car in the US or Canada, at least from my experience, it is pretty common that they ask for payment in a credit card and they don't accept debit cards. Another benefit usually associated to credit cards, you might also have similar benefits with debit cards, but they are not so common, it's much more rare, are the insurances linked to your purchases. For instance, if you buy a flight with a credit card and your flight gets delayed or cancelled, or maybe you lose your luggage or whatsoever, you might get some money back, as well as if you have some medical problems at the destination. So it might be worth considering using it whenever buying, for instance, plane tickets. Then, as last main benefit, I see that it helps you build your credit score, of course, whenever using it properly, and you might get better conditions than if in the future you want to request a loan or a mortgage. Now, enough introduction, and let's get into the different options you have if you want to get a credit card for free or without any maintenance fees in Spain. In all of the credit card providers I will be mentioning right now, they all include a risk coverage/insurance for accidents as well as travel assistance, so I won't be mentioning this for each and every single one of them because they simply all come with it. The coverage is not the same for all the providers, probably very similar though, so if this is something that is interesting for you or important, please go and check the conditions of each of these cards individually. All the links to all the cards I will be mentioning will be down below in the description, so please just go there, check it out. And I also want to mention that these links are not referral links, so I won't earn any commission if you decide to sign up to any of these credit cards. So if this video is useful, the best thing you can do is just to give it a like, and I would be super thankful for that. Lastly, I also want to share that I'm no financial advisor, so please make your own due diligence before signing up for any of the credit cards I will be mentioning in this video. The first one on the list is the Cuenta Inteligente from Evo Bank. If you open this account, you get an intelligent card, which is a combination of a debit plus a credit card, all in one card, and it is for free. You can choose in each purchase what you want to do. Pay at the end of the day, at the end of the month, or postpone the payment up to a maximum of 18 months. If you pay at the end of the day or at the end of the month, there are no commissions, and basically they just deduct whatever you have to get deducted at that point in time. If you postpone the payment though, you pay a TAE, so tasa anual equivalente, or in English APR of 19.99%. With this card, you can also withdraw money in more than 18,000 selected national ATMs for free. In other national ATMs, Evo will cover the first 2 euros of the commission and afterwards it will be on you. And when withdrawing money abroad, you will need to pay the fees charged by the ATM, so Evo will not charge you anything, but you will for sure need to pay the fees from that specific ATM. In terms of paying abroad, Evo says that they don't charge any fees, but they use their own exchange rates, which is just a cheeky way of hiding the fees that they charge with exchange rates. I couldn't check the exact rate in their website, but from reviews and comments online, the exchange rates have a hidden commission usually between 3 to 4% for main currencies, so let's say USD, Euro, Canadian, and so on. but for other non-popular currencies like for instance the Thai baht, it is of 15% or others even more, always depending of course on the day that you check. Basically, it doesn't have at all good reviews and it is not the best option when paying abroad. The next is Open Bank, where you can also get a credit card for free. They mostly have two different options. The first one is to get a physical credit card, and to get it for free, you need to either have your salary being received at that account every single month, or at least make one purchase a month. If any of these conditions doesn't apply, you will need to pay a €2 commission every month, which is also not the end of the world. The other one is a virtual credit card, which means that you will have it on your phone, and this one has zero commissions and there are no conditions, so you don't have to put your salary, nothing. In terms of interests, both work very similar. If you pay at the end of the month, of course, you don't have to pay any commissions, but if you want to postpone the payment, you can do so until 48 months later, and you then pay 19.56% TAE or APR. For specific purchases, if you want to postpone the payment, you can do so between 2 to 36 months, and the TAE or APR is of 14.93%. If you want to withdraw cash in credit from ATMs, you need to pay 3.9% commission, with the minimum commission they charge being 3.9 euros. Outside of the European Union, you need to pay 4.5% commission, and to pay in another currency, so if you travel abroad, you pay 3% of the amount, and the minimum charge per transaction is of 2 euros. At this point, I also wanted to mention that BBVA, but other traditional banks do very similar things. You can also have a credit card for free. However, it depends on the account and type of credit card you want to have, but they are not very transparent with it, and it has to go inside each person's account to see the personalized requisites to have each of the cards. I don't have a BBVA account, so I couldn't check. And if you really want to get a credit card with this particular bank, please look very closely before getting any of the credit cards to make sure that you fulfill all the conditions. The commissions I have seen for the different credit cards are often between 23 to 45 euros per year for maintenance, so basically just to have the card. A traditional bank that does have a credit card for free is Santander. If you open a cuenta online, which is basically an account online, you get a virtual credit card for free. If you want to have the physical one, you need to pay a one-time fee of 9 euros, and to get it, regardless of which one you get, you need to pass a solvency test. If you pay at the end of the month, there are no fees, but if you decide to pay installments or postpone your purchases, you will need to pay a TAE or APR of 19.56%, and maximum you can postpone your purchases up to 48 months. To withdraw in ATMs, you can select the option to withdraw in debit, and this is for free. Santander Bank is not at all transparent though with their FX fees of the credit cards, because I couldn't find anywhere in their website the fees that they charge. Funny fact, in their FAQs they have precisely a question about that, so how much do I need to pay with a credit card abroad? And funny fact, the answer is empty. And it's even more funny that they have a whole FAQ and all of the questions have answers except for that one. How convenient. Anyways, looking a bit online, I saw that from other people and websites, they were saying that they charge an FX fee of between 1 to 3% commission. So I would lean more towards the 3% because I would assume they are more in line with other traditional banks in Spain, but just note that. Abanca offers a credit card which is called Tarjeta 2. For the first year it is for free, and afterwards, if you want to continue having it for free, you need to spend at least 3,000 euros per year, otherwise you will need to pay a commission of 43 euros per year. Same as the others, you can choose to pay at the end of the month without any commissions, or to postpone your purchases up to 12 months with an APR or TAE of 14.27%, but it could be a bit lower depending on how many months you postpone your purchase for. The interest rate in this one, just to highlight it, it is significantly lower than the other ones that we have seen up until now. To withdraw in ATMs, there are 5 free withdrawals a month in specific ATMs, and to pay abroad, you pay an FX fee of 3%. Next one is ING, so ING, where you can get a credit card for free if you have the cuenta nómina, which has as condition that you need to receive a monthly income at the account of at least 700 euros a month, or to receive your salary there. Additionally, for the credit card, you need to pass a solvency test. To pay, either you pay at the end of the month, again with no interest, or you can postpone it with a TIE or APR of 18.95%. You can also postpone specific purchases for up to 18 months with a TIE or APR of 15%. Cash withdrawal is possible in debit without any fees in specific establishments or ATMs, and the commission to pay in another currency is of around 3.27%. With My Investor, you can get a credit card for free without having to fulfill any conditions. If you pay at the end of the month, there's no commission, and if you decide to postpone the payment, you pay a TIE or APR of 6%, which is by far the lowest rate of all the credit cards that we have seen so far. You can do one free withdrawal a month in any ATM in the world, but it's worth noting that My Investor is not like a bank with offices and so on, so it is very likely that the ATMs themselves might charge you a commission, not coming from My Investor, but just from the ATM. To pay in a different currency, they use the Visa exchange rate and they charge a 1.5% commission then on top. The last one is the Tarjeta U from Avancia, which is a free credit card which allows you to keep your current bank account, and it simply then links your current bank account or your main bank account with this specific card. You can choose to postpone the amount that you pay with a TIE or APR of 21.84%, and yes, this is the highest of all the ones that we have seen so far, and you can also pay up to 7 weeks later without having to pay any fees. They don't charge to withdraw from ATMs, and to pay with the credit card abroad, they don't charge any commission and use the MasterCard exchange rate for credit cards, which is pretty good. The only issue is that it is usually limited to only 1,000 euros per month of spend, although you can increase it a bit after a while once you have been using a bit the card and they know that you pay basically on time. And from all of this is by far the best one when it comes to FX fees. So if you want to use the card abroad, then this one is the best one. And that's it. These are all the credit cards that I brought for you in this video. If I had to choose, the best one for me is either the one from My Investor or the Tarjeta U from Avancia. The My Investor is the one with the lowest APR or TIE, which is good if you are planning on actually using the credit card to borrow money and postpone payments. So if that's the one or what you want to use the credit card for, then this one would be the best option. And afterwards, the U, despite having the highest APR or TIE, so if you want to borrow money, I would not be using that one at all, but it is the one with the lowest FX fees, so they charge, as we mentioned, 0% commission to pay abroad, and that's of course super beneficial. If I personally had to decide between one of these two, I would certainly go for the U, because I personally don't use the option to borrow money. If I use my credit card, I always pay at the end of the month. But I do travel a lot, so for me the fact that it doesn't charge any commission with FX fees, paying in another currency is a big plus, so that's why I would go for that one. But again, that's just based on my specific situation. But what about you? Which one of the ones I mentioned is your favorite credit card? Or maybe you have a credit card for free from a different entity or provider. Please just drop it in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed the video, then please don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not yet subscribed, and as always, see you next time.